move on to the next segment of our conference, the seminar here. We have some special invitees on board here from Indonesia and from Kenya and also from India. So I would like to first call on Dr. Ayla Aldjufrie from Indonesia to speak for about 3 minutes on her perspective from Indonesia and the art, especially in Indonesia, the education system there, and also from the thoughts that you have received from the speakers today. A little about Dr. Ayla. She's an art collector, she's a socialpreneur, she's leading the ASEAN countries for World Women Leading Change, which is actually a organization that has 3 million women from across the globe. Also, she's heading the World Forum for Education from India for the ASEAN countries. She's the founder of Ayla Associates and the GPBTC. So over to you, Ayla, for 3 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for the opportunity that's given to me. It has been amazing, insightful information about art from different mind, a beautiful mind. So for me, art is very important. I'm an art collector. I collect a lot of paintings, and I'm also a developer. I develop a lot of house, and consists a lot of art. Why I started to collect art is because I think art itself, it is an education. Why? Because literature, it's one of the concepts when people giving an idea to another people. For example, like a book. When you read a book, it's actually the art of the mind of the people who write it. And the education and the system, it's based on a book that is, started from during the Egyptian time, ancient Egyptian. They started to write, first writing into the British that found the education system itself. So in 2007, I decided to go to education. I formed education for a woman because it's important. Why it's important? Because I think that art is the only one science. I don't want to call art is not science. Art, it is a science. Art, it is science of the humanity. So as a human, we learn to put ourselves a cloth. Cloth is an art. People who make the clothing, they started the clothing, it's art. So it is important for me, I think, as a, mom, for example, as a starting point, a house, as a starting point of an education itself, to give that understanding that the children need to be raised with high conscience. Also the university student, let them have the curiosity. Art teach amazing curiosity, because when you see a painting, you are actually trying to figure out what are the painter trying to say to you. Same like when you write a book or when you read a book, because book reading for me, it should be different from book reading for other people. It consists of different information. And another thing about music is a art branch. I love to sing. I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't get the chance to be an artist. Then I become an entrepreneur. Music is amazing, have amazing healing power, like Datin Jalina said. I listen to music every day. It creates emotional attachment of the environment around you. So if a children if we can teach them math or some law with music, they probably could even adapt it better. They understand it better. And cognitive brain it is involved in the first 5 years. So, and then of course the education, and education itself, it's an art. So the mother, that's why I'm in woman empowerment, because it's important to teach the mother to teach the children and for them to have enough creativity as a mother. And another thing that I want to add value is I completely agree with Dr. Rupa. I'm a professor. I have a degree professorship because it's not about the degree, but after the degree, what do you do for humanity? What are you going to laugh as your life as an art for the humanity? And even the technology, they cannot beat art, because art is the soft power that human needs to have. And if you see the technology, they write on the algorithm, it's called the Java man. This is started when 1,000 years ago, when they founded the first civilization in Java, Indonesia. So I think art itself is a very important factor. If you don't have art, if you don't have sense of curiosity, then you cannot invent, you cannot innovate. If you don't have a sense of imagination, then there is no aircraft, there is no video conference. And this is very important for everyone, the woman especially, because it's, they make the first, woman is the first educator, and then the educator itself. And I completely agree with Dr. Rupa, if possible, that the education structure should be simplified. You don't need to go, you don't need to go for long years of studying. I think another thing that we have to impose on art is travel, because you learn so much culture with traveling. And this travel will expose you to different kind of culture, different kinds of art, different kinds of thinking and mind. And when you expose to a lot of things, you understand, then why this is happening,
Yes,
why
yes,
it has
Dr.
to
Ayla,
happen.
thank you so much. Yes, that's true. It's important that we have this knowledge for the sake of knowledge and skill sets, more than saying formal education and a degree that qualifies you to be something in life. So it's important, and blended learning is the way forward. Now, thank you so much for being a part of this conference.
I want to say one more thing. There's a book that I read about Millionaire Mind. I think everybody should read. This book is about the success story of all entrepreneurs. And this book, it's called Millionaire Mind. 5 factors they don't teach in normal education. 5 factors is they teach this. This is art. This is what they this very important factors, that soft skill, that what makes you success, people, that makes you successful person.
Thank you very much.